Hey, Grandma Hands, it's my Renaissance Grandma. Well, it's cleanup day. Time to get ready. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean today. As you can see, that last storm we had blew off the tarp and all the freeze cloth. So, I brought bags out here. First thing I'm going to do is I brought a bag to collect all the clips. Cause I got 1,000 clips out here. I'm hoping I have enough room to shake these freeze cloths off so I can, put them in a bag. Make sure that I'm not taking no creepy crawlers in. When I said I had 1,000 clips out here, I'm still on the same bucket. And trying to get all these clips out. Ooh, I filled up 3/4 of this bag with just them clips. Yeah, honey, that last, we be having, I'm sure we've all had these ferocious wind storms lately, man. And I see it tore up a lot of my little decorations too. I know I say this every year, but I am definitely not going to try. Wait a minute, there's some deep holes in this soil. I hope ain't nothing buried itself down in there. I mean, this hole is all the way down to the bottom, man. Unless that's where the stick was. But where's the soil? Oh, man. I don't know. Oh. Okay. Let's get this part off. I know it's some spiders or something on this bad boy. You sit there for a minute, cause you might have some visitors on you. Woo! I think some spider webs getting on me. Woo! had this aisle, since it's heavy, I had it sitting there trying to keep it from raising up. I guess it did the job. Ugh, this is disgusting. I don't know if I want to keep this, man. I know some of y'all say, girl, you crazy. Expensive as this stuff is. And I don't know. This stuff needs to go in a wash machine. It won't be my wash machine. This is disgusting. I think it's going in the trash, y'all. I think it's going in the trash. I could probably grab my scissors and cut off the parts that's not totally disgusting and probably save some of it. Like this. This is fine. It's just full of leaves. But the ones that are disgusting, yeah, they getting cut off, man. I hate to throw this like that because you know it's dangling down there on somebody else's property. Not that it's bothering them, but yeah, they'll claim it is. So hopefully that'll just sit there and not fall. This is the blueberry. All right, that's trash. All right, I have to take these two off for this bucket because that's where I believe the tomatoes are going to go. You know, I have these two big gray buckets, and one of them is going to be for the micro mini tomatoes because like I told you all, I'm not going to try to grow large tomatoes this year. I grew 3 last year and I enjoyed them, but they took up too much room and they just put me over the edge. And I don't want to be putting the edge. We supposed to be stress-free when we're out here in our gardens. But I don't know if you all can see over here. Let me see if you all can see. Well, you really can't, but you know, this is the little walkway right here, the only little walkway there is. And those had 3 tomatoes here. And those 3 tomatoes kept leaning all the way over here. And so I could not get back there and care for those buckets back there. And I had all kind of string, this twine, twine stuff that I would pull it in. And it bounced right back. That was a never-ending thing. Me coming out here, pushing it back up, it boing, popped back out. And it just got to be a bit much. So I decided no large tomatoes. I'm just going to do small tomatoes. And then that gray bucket, well, I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but I know these 2 gray buckets. One would be for the mini tomatoes and one would be for peppers. You all know I dropped all of those peppers and all those little tomatoes. So that's what I'm going to use these large buckets for. And then I'll decide the next biggest size for the cucumber and other things that grow big. The okra. I guess my garlic didn't survive. It was garlic back there in that back bucket. I don't even know what this tall thing was. I know this one here was a tree collard. Gone bye-bye. Dead as a doornail. Came right up. And of course, I told you I have green onions and garlic everywhere. Almost in every pot I have green onions and garlic, because I use those tops all year round, especially for my seasoning. I'm going to also get rid of the buckets that are, when you go to pick them up, because you know, with you having small space, you have to keep moving stuff around. And if you see this white one here, every time I pick it up, like if I try to pick it up now, another piece is going to crack off. So I'm going to take this soil and distribute it in other bins, and so I could throw that one away. And then that's going to free me up some space, because I need to, like I say, I need to move these 2 for sure to get to that gray bucket. Like I said, the wind tore up all my little decorations. I believe, okay, so this was stinging nettle. And I believe stinging nettle comes back, if I'm not mistaken. See, I have to move all of this kind of stuff because I told you I have an issue with the birds. Before I can get out here and start my garden, they have already started nest. So I literally have to come out here every single day, even if I'm not working on the garden. I have to come out here to check to make sure they haven't started a nest. Remember last year they used my entire licorice plant and built them a nice little house around my licorice plant. Okay, so I need to get to that white bucket. But I guess I can start by picking up. There's a million leaves out here on this porch. It just came right up. Man, I thought I was gonna have me some beets. This whole thing was filled with beets. And that 6 below freezing came through here with some quickness. So that's why I don't do fall gardening. Oh, my soil is nice, and you know, you can't see it from over there, but yeah, my soil is in good shape. I know a lot of you all are against it, but I usually boil all my soil every year and start it fresh. But I don't think I'm gonna do that this year, because this soil looks wonderful and dark and soft and grainy. I have to thaw out all my scraps because I freeze my scraps, you know, as I save them in the kitchen. I just freeze them. And so I need to thaw my scraps out. I need to thaw out my coffee grounds. And you know, I always keep water already ready, so I'm sure. And I just alternate the water. I have banana water, I have seaweed water, and I have a bucket of seaweed that I actually purchased that I caught on sale for a good price. But I usually just make my own seaweed water. And I have my 511. So I have everything I need. Okay, I'm gonna try to move these two so I can see what is that soil looking good is this soil. I hate to move this camera to show you all this soil because you all know the legs on this puppy is not worth crap. And I'm afraid if I move it, I won't get it back to stand up. So my baby crying in there. Hi, boo-boo. Here Gigi is. Okay. Let me get this out of here. Put this in the trash. This is great for them to try to build a house with. These are the dead leaves that I was pulling off of that tomato tree. Okay, so I think I need to move this white bucket first so I can make room to clear that off. See, this OG not like what she used to be. Trying to lift all these heavy buckets, man. But get away, get away. I do my best. See, it's starting to fall to pieces. The whole thing probably gonna break as I try to. Oh my goodness, I don't even know if I can grip it. Let me move this out the way. See, it's constantly breaking. Whew. Move that over. Okay. Try to move this one over. Now this big one here sits on this cooler because it's wide and the cooler is wide. So let me try to put it back where it belongs. If these don't crack up on me. Oh, wait a minute. This is, I have to make room for my fig first. That's if it survived. Don't know if it did. I don't know, I need to wipe my eye. Okay, you experts tell me, do I trim these down or what do I do? You know I'm not a tree person. I do see a little bit of green, yay, that's a good sign. I see green on this one right here. I know you're not gonna see it, but I do see some green on that one. Ooh, I'm just putting this thing up against me. I don't know what's on this joker. Whew. So let me know if I need to cut all those limbs off or what to do. Okay. I'm not gonna overdo it this time, you all. I know I say that every year. I know. I say that every year. That I'm gonna stick to a certain amount of buckets. And by the end of the season, that it has increased. But like I said, it's good and dandy when they like this because I do have a little space. But once everything starts expanding, then I have little to no space to work. So I'm going to try this year to not add to the collection and may even get rid of a couple more of these. That's better for my sanity. Okay, and I need to move. I wish I knew what this was because I don't even know. Oh, it's in one of these pots. So that means this was something that grew in the house. What could this be? It says turmeric and avocado. What the heck is avocado? But this turmeric don't look like. I don't know what this is. Okay, so we're gonna put this. No, we can't put this there because we need room to bring that big bucket over. Okay, let me sit that one inside of here. Oh, I'm amazed at this view. Look at this soil. Can you all see this one? Just is rich and soft. I love it. Okay, now let me put you here. I think I have enough room. You all, this was my poor little saffrons. See? Now they literally, well, I guess they didn't expect 6 below either, but they told me exactly when to plant these, and they were looking beautiful. But as you see, they didn't make it. Okay, get this off. Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Whew. You know, you're not supposed to reach and bend when you have arthritis, especially if you have it in your back. You're supposed to be as close to what you're working with before you bend. You're never supposed to stretch stuff like that with arthritis. But it's just me. It's just me. Now, I hate to pour this water over there because it's still going to be on her property. But it's rain. I have no control of that. What am I supposed to do with it? Okay, this soil is not as pretty as this one, man. This is brown. Let me show you. You might can see it. And it's still nice and fluffy. But this is black. Black gold. Okay. Let's see. You looking good here. So, yeah. With stuff being landed up here, and I always have to reach, I try to put what needs the least amount of maintenance. That way I don't have to keep bending over this stuff. And whatever needs the most maintenance, I put it in this gray bucket because I can stand here now that I'm not putting those large tomatoes in it. So, peppers, tomatoes. I don't think either one of them need maintenance. So, we'll see. But it would be nice if I could move some of these, because I'm telling you, it's a hassle bending over there. It really is. Okay, so what? Let me peek in on my little one. She's in there trying to dismantle her baby bottle. She has learned to take the top off the baby bottle. My goodness. Okay, I'm gonna put this extra soil in here from. Oh Lord, this thing is just cranking to pieces. I'm gonna put this in here for now, just so I can get this bucket out the way. Every year I try to not go over 20 buckets. Cause I used to, like, this is a second row. I used to have second rows all the way around. That put me over the edge. Cause like I said, I couldn't get to that back row. Okay. Man, I hope my 2 blueberries come back. I don't know if that weather was too much for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See, I already have 20. So I really should not be at, I'm starting getting ready to crack too. I heard it. Yep, heard it twice. Oh, and then I'm trying to determine, because you know I got all the stuff growing in the house. Ugh. So I have, well, I'm not going to worry about bringing the onions out here because I'm going to keep them in there because I'm going to be using them often. But those 2 things of potatoes, if I bring them out here, I need room for them. And I just don't know. Every year, if you've been following me, you know my hope and prayer is to have moved before the next grow season. Well, where am I? Yes, I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head, because there are many that do not have a roof over their head. So I am very much grateful for that. But there's nothing wrong with praying for better. Okay? There's nothing wrong. I'm grateful, but I could do so much better. There are seeds, like I've told you all repeatedly, of seeds that I don't even attempt to drop because I just don't have the space and will not be able to maintain them as best as I need to. So, okay, so is it all right if I just, it's not going to help them on here. All these dead blueberries. See, this one already, all the leaves are off. So I need to remove all these leaves off this blueberry plant. Man, I'm going to be upset if they gone. I enjoyed them blueberries last year. This one was the top hat, and that one was the Northern Highlights blue top. Oh, that's like, yeah, that's like, no, blue. Child, you can't read upside down. Oh, that was the Northern High Bush blue crop. And this one was the blueberry top hat. High yielding. That must have been the one that really fed me. So if it doesn't come back, I don't know if I'll buy another one. I just may, because I'm going to be so tempted. Okay, you all let me know. Do I completely just clip this down? I'm not a tree person, y'all know that. I don't have room for trees. So of course I'm not a tree person. I had some trees growing in my kitchen. I was so proud of them. And I bought some soil and I repotted my trees as well as some other things that I had growing in the kitchen. Do you know every single item that was repotted ended up in the trash? My Medley plum, which you know that I won that was a Martika plant. It was looking so beautiful. I had bought another plum to go with it. And even though they say you don't need another one, but I had another one. And I replanted all of that in that new soil. And every day I'm like, wait a minute, why are the leaves falling off? And someone said, oh, that's normal, they'll be okay. I'm like, but how is it the leaves was doing fine before I repotted them? And sure enough, those leaves fell off until there were no more. And then I kept scraping the bottom trying to see if there was any green. Not an ounce of green was left. So I'm not saying it was the soil. All I'm saying is every single thing that was repotted in that soil did not make it. That's all I'm saying. I think I'm gonna leave some of these leaves in here. Just mix them up in there. Give me a little nutrition from them. I'm so happy about my soil. Come on, ladybug, you starting too early. All right. I think that's all I'm gonna do. See, I really cannot get to that garlic bucket over there without bending my back like I should not be. But I know there's nothing grow in it. All that garlic that was in here, man, oh man. That just irks. We had not gotten that cold in a long time. Now, years ago, I would have expected that type of weather. But since people have been playing with the weather and climate change and all that, we were not getting the heat, the cold that we once upon a time used to get. So to drop down to 6 below out of nowhere was surprising. And these plants did not like it. Did not like it at all. So, if you stayed this long, please let me know. Do I trim these leaves off this blueberry? Cut it down? Do I trim these leaves off of this fig tree? Like I said, I can see a little bit of green on some of them. So let me know. Help a sister out. Thank you all for watching. The next time I come out, like I said, I'll be bringing my amendments and getting my soil ready for May, April. I never wait till May. I'm gonna say okay, let's do end of April or the 3rd week of April. But you know, I never wait till Mother's Day like they said. And you know what? I'm not mad about it, because if you have followed me, I have done at least two harvests by Mother's Day. So that was 2 harvests I got in before the time that I was even supposed to start growing. I just hold on to these little pots. I don't plan to put anything in them, but what happens is if something breaks off and I try to save it, that's what I use these little pots for. So I just keep a couple of them around, because you can't see that corn over there. Oh my God, it's like, whew. Oh my God, it's probably like 20 pots over there. Trust and believe, I have tried to use all of them before, but like I said, I'm getting better. I'm not gonna try to overdo it, because I just cannot take care of them. I wish I could get out here with a good broom, man, and really sweep this stuff good. I do have a broom out here somewhere, but baby, that broom, I don't think it has any more left on it to even try to sweep with. I think is this it? Yeah, honey, look at this poor baby. Look at this poor baby. Is she doing anything? Woo, she making more of a mess. Okay, she needs to go out with this trash. So I'll just leave this right here. But okay, you all. Thank you for watching. For those who have small gardens, small garden spaces, just tune in and watch what I do with a small space. And if you know anyone that's thinking about starting a small garden, then you can have them to tune in to watch as well and see how we do this with this small garden. Because those who follow me, you can attest to I do have food. Okay? So, I pray for you. Oh man, I'm getting ready to leave all of this up here. I'm tripping. I'll pray for you, you pray for me. And we'll watch God change things. God bless you, everybody.